so can you believe it? We're already at District 1. This series flew by for me. I really hope if you guys are into the Hunger Games that it really helped you get to the release date, which is tomorrow night at midnight. I'm very excited. Into this theater that actually it serves beer and it serves food, like real food, not movie food. And so they have Hunger Games themed food. So they have lamb stew, they have like a basil and goat cheese thing, and they have some cake that they're saying is from Pita's Bakery. And I'm totally for that kind of crap, so I'm so excited. Anyway, so this is District 1, which the theme is luxury items. So I figured we would go classic and we would go glitter all over my face. So the mouth is glitter on the lids, pin-up kind of look. There's little gems in the outer corners. It's very glam, it's very timeless, especially without all the glitter all over my face, but I feel like that really amps it up and makes it something that like capital-ish, like capital tribute-ish. Just going on and on. So tomorrow or Friday will be the final look in this series. I know some of you guys are over the Hunger Games. And that'll be the Capitol look. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I think I'm going to wait until I see the movie. But I hope that you guys like this look. So to start this look off, as always, I'm just going to use a little bit of an eyeshadow primer. Alright, if you hear anything in the background, it's Kiki inside of a box that she has commandeered. I have, I hate the name of this one. This isn't milk, this is cottage cheese, an extra eyeshadow pencil. I'm just using it because it's a little bit shimmerier. Not that it really, you won't really be able to tell. Other reason is my milk isn't over here. I'm not sure where I put it. So I'm just going to put that on the lid and blend it out. Then I'm going to use this Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Underground. And this is going to be kind of a way to define the cut crease here. So I'm just gonna put it around like that, and then take a pencil brush, just blend it out, but blend it upwards so that that crisp line stays crisp. So for this look I'm going to be using a whole bunch of some of my Ingot colors. But if you use something like the Naked, any of the Naked palettes from Urban Decay, those would work really well for this too. The first color I'm using is number 461 from the Freedom System. And I'm just using it on a fluffy blending brush. This is a Sigma E25. So this is going right on top of that brown eyeliner. I'm just going to blend this all the way up to the brow bone. I'm going to darken this up just a little bit with number 52. This more in the outer corner. And I'm going to just take the same color with the pencil brush I used before for the eyeliner. And I'm just going to darken right against the cut crease, just so it's a little bit more defined. Just in the outer corner, I'm going to take number 63, which is a matte black. I know I use this in another look too. I know it doesn't look matte, but that's because it the palette that it's in has a lot of sparkles, and so it's just a little bit of fallout. But I promise it shows up matte. Using just a tiny bit of that in the outermost corner. Blending brush. And just blend this out a little bit. For the lid, I'm going to be using two main colors. The first one is number 30. I love this shade. So I'm going to just be using a regular eyeshadow brush for this. And just patting it on top of the NYX base, making sure not to go onto the crease. And I'm also going to use a little bit of number 08. You can see it's just a little bit darker and it has more apparent shine. And this is just going to go in the outer corners and kind of along the crease line. Take that Underground eyeliner. I think I called it Demolition before. It is Underground. The Urban Decay one. It's going under my lashes on the lower lash line. Just going to blend it out a bit. And then cover it with number 52. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of Fascinating Eye Kohl from MAC and use it along my brow. And with a small brush, I'm just gonna blend this out. Number 496, which is a white with a bit of a shimmer to it. So the next part is the glitter. So the glitter that I really liked for this was kind of an old gold color, and it's from LA Splash, and it's called Renaissance. So it's just kind of, it's not like that bright yellow gold. It's kind of, I think it works really well for the theme of this. I like to apply glitters with a concealer brush. So since this needs to be really precise, I'm going to use a glitter adhesive, a liquid glitter adhesive. Saturate my brush. And then just dip it into the glitter. And then just apply it like a pigment. When I apply pigments wet, I just like to kind of paint them on and then paint and press, I guess. So with these, I'm just sort of painting it on and then patting it in areas that it kind of grabs so that it's smoother. Once the glitter is dried, I'm going to move on to eyeliner. Now with this, because it's glitter, it's really important to have an eyeliner that is nice and smooth. So gel eyeliners are not good for this. Pen eyeliners aren't usually good for this because they can sometimes grab. So you really want a liquid. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 and it's matte and it's perfect for this because it really gives contrast to the super glitter eyes. So this is in Perversion. And so the way I'm going about this is I'm going to start doing a really thin line and then gradually make it thicker towards the outer corners. Alright, so we want to make sure that the eyeliner is really dry before you go on. If it gets anywhere, it's a mess. So now I'm just going to line my waterline with Stila Smudge Stick in Stingray. Just curl my lashes. And so now I'm going to use my mascara. This is the new Big Fatty mascara from Urban Decay. I don't think it's available yet, but I just got it in the mail today, so I figured I'd play with it. And now it's lash time. So the lashes I'm using for this are by Velour Lashes, and they are in Strike a Pose. Last thing we're going to do for this look is to apply 3 little gems on the outer corner. So I have this, I got it on eBay for pretty cheap. It has all sorts of different colors. So I'm just using your standard silver. So to apply these, it's pretty easy. The easiest way to go about it is using Lash Glue. Unfortunately, the only Lash Glue I have is black. So I have, this is from Urban Decay. It's one of those ones that comes with the lashes. I know a lot of companies do these ones. The formula is not my favorite because it's very sticky and it gets everywhere. But it has this handy little thing so I can like easily dot and dot some more. So I can easily dot the glue on and then take a small brush. I'm going to use one of these. And if you just get the tiniest bit of glue on it, just like the smallest bit, it'll pick up those gems, and you can place them. And so then the eyes are done. So for this look for the skin, I think it's really important for it to be as flawless as it can be. Even if your skin isn't perfect, my skin is very far from perfect. It's really important, use a poreless primer, use your concealer, get it to be as nice as you possibly can. Just because this whole thing is luxury and I wanted to have a flawless kind of classic look, timeless. So next step in that is to really contour. So this is a bronzer, Star Bronzer in Natural Matte from Lancome, and I'm using an angled brush. So I'm going to hold it farther back on my face and just go along the hollows of my cheeks. Next thing is blush. I'm going to be using Benefit Hervana. So you can see it's like a pinwheel, so I just kind of swirl it in. And then I just kind of sweep it downwards on my cheeks, the apples of my cheeks, and then kind of pull it out. I want a really prominent highlight, so I have from Laura Mercier, I think this is called Stardust. Lots of star stuff going on. So I'm just gonna get this on my brush and tap it away so that it's not too much, and place it on my cheekbones. Now on to lips. We just gotta do that classic red. So I'm using my favorite red from OCC. It's their Lip Tar in NSFW. And I'm just using a very small brush and a very small amount. I'll probably need a little bit more than that. And I'm just gonna fill in my lips. I decided to do this after I started doing the next step, so forgive there already being glitter on my lips, but I'm just going to do a gloss first because it's a little bit easier. And this one is the first one I grabbed. It's called Red Fatal or Fatale from L'Oreal Infallible Lip Gloss or Le Gloss. Now I'm going to apply some of my glitter, and this is Kiss from Lit. And it is a chunkier glitter than I'm used to using, but it also will give more shimmer. Now, I personally wouldn't recommend putting glitter all over your lips, unless you're like me and just filming this to put it on YouTube. You probably could wear it for a few hours. I wouldn't eat with it, but that's all of my luxury look, and I'll see you Friday for the Capitol.